In this video, we're going to go over the different meta tags. So first of all, what are meta tags? Meta tags give the browser important information about how it should render your HTML page. They may not necessarily actually render anything visually on the page, but they inform the browser on important information on how to correctly render your page in order to make sure everything displays correctly. So the first meta tag we're going to talk about is the Charset with the value of UTF-8. You're going to want to use this as the most commonly Charset used. What this does essentially is takes care of the character encoding on the page. So just make sure that everything that you write on your page is encoded correctly. Any letters, symbols, etc. For the most part, you're likely 99.9% of the time going to be using UTF-8. So just to show you an example, concrete example of what this does, I just put an example on this page here of this Chinese symbol, which just means hello. But if I look at my HTML page in the browser, as you can see, this displays exactly as I intended. If I change this to a different charset, for example, one that does not support the symbol, this one does not support the symbol that I am intending to render, and this is what I get. So just to give you a concrete example of what this actually does. Moving on, the next one. So for the remainder of these, except for the title, the meta tag typically will have a name attribute to indicate what the meta tag is, which one we're talking about, and then it will also have a content attribute. So the name indicates which meta tag we're talking about, and the content is the information we're giving it. So this one is the name of the viewport. This tells the browser how the web page should be displayed. So a very common attribute with this one is that the width will equal the width of the device and set it to an initial scale of 1. So this essentially means that if you're trying to render the website on a laptop screen, it'll take the width of the laptop screen and set it to 1. It'll essentially be the exact width of the laptop screen. Same goes with a phone, so a mobile device. It will match the width of the device to display your web page. So this helps with creating responsive websites. The next one is the description. So here you just want to put a description of what your page is about. This may be used as the description in search engines. So for example, in Google, like if Lululemon, this is likely what they have as their description. So browsers may use it in that context, and we'll also use it for search engine optimization. Next is the author. So this is typically used just to credit the author of the page. It's not always necessary, but if you do want to give credit to an author, you can use this one. And then this one here, robots. This is used to tell search engines how to index the page or whether to index it or not. Essentially what this means is if you want your website to come up on, let's say, a Google search or a Yahoo search, do you want your website to appear in search engines? If so, you're just going to indicate index. If not, let's say you're still developing your website, you may choose to say no index. Now there's other attributes you can add in here, but those are probably the most common ones. And then last but not least, this is technically not a meta tag because as you can see, it has the title tag, but still important for SEO purposes. So I thought I would put it in this video, and it is the title of your web page. And this also appears in the tab of the browser. So I'm just going to save this, go back to my browser, refresh my page. You can see right here is the title.